People that keep their house really tidy. What's your secret? My secret is that I grew up in a hoarder house. Nothing like living in filth for 18 years to turn you into an obsessive clean freak. It's almost become a problem for me. I worry if I have dishes in the sink when company comes, that I'll be judged and they'll think I'm a dirty person. Definitely have issues from living like that for so long. I grew up in the same situation. I've made gradual progress over the years, but I still struggle, mainly with the habits of putting things away when I'm done. There were never really places things were supposed to go, so I still just set stuff down on the nearest surface and don't think about it again until the next time I need it, or when I look around and realize my living room looks like a tornado hit it. Then I clean for 2 days straight, and start the cycle right over again. I feel your pain. It's really strange how it affects us so much. It's weird, I've actually gone up and down with it. When I lived alone and would sometimes get depressed, I would look around one day and realize how messy I had let it get. But when that happened, I would never let anyone into my apartment to see it that way. I'd spend a whole day cleaning before I'd let that happen. Now that I live with my boyfriend, I think I'm scared that he's gonna think I'm like my parents. So I'm constantly cleaning. Ugh. I got rid of a lot of clutter, and work to not accumulate more. If it takes less than 5 minutes, I just do it. I tidy constantly. If I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, I'll wash the dishes instead of looking at my phone. At my heart, I'm a fat lazy slob. If I'm sick or depressed, my place gets pretty gross. I've had a cold this week and haven't been doing much more than working and sleeping in my home. Looks like it. Having a messy home leads me to have a messy and unorganized mind. I just feel better when things are tidy. So I worked at forming the habit, no matter how much I don't want to. And if it takes less than 5 minutes, I just do it. On top of my surroundings being a mess bothering me, I didn't realize how much energy I was wasting thinking about things instead of just them, monsieur. My mind feels a lot more clear nowadays. I read that advice and it changed my life. My boss says something to the tune of, your brain is for having ideas, not storing ideas. Basically, write notes on paper, set a reminder, do the task, whatever, but get it out of your head. You will free up brain space for more valuable thoughts. Don't put it down, put it away. And don't put it almost away. Instead of putting it on the cabinet where it goes, put it in the cabinet. Instead of putting it on the counter near the recycling bin, put it in the recycling bin. When you're picking everything up twice, you're doing twice the work. The only move things once rule is something I'm trying to instill in myself. We have a robot vacuum and it runs daily, keeps the floors clean but also forces you to not leave stuff laying around because it will eat it and get stuck. When I was single and renting, my Roomba kept my place clean by making me keep it clean. Then got married, had kids, and got a house. It's all gone to shit. Great that your Roomba got married. It's easier to do little things to keep tidy than to allow it to accumulate, then try and clean up a giant mess. Sadly, most people do the opposite. Cleaning up my parents' house hasn't been cleaned in 20 years. It's the work. Put things back where they're supposed to go. If they don't have a place to go, find a place for them, monsieur. A place for everything and everything in its place. Make a place for it or get rid of it. Also make that place logical. Like, scissors are used with paper, which is a stationary item, monsieur. I use those at the desk, so I should keep my scissors by the desk, or I'm likely to just leave them on the desk for when I need to use them again. If I also use the scissors a lot in a totally different area of the house, get another pair of scissors for that task and keep there. So now you don't constantly run to and fro with them and accidentally leave them somewhere between the places. Everything has a home. Nothing lives on the floor. Finish every job. All the dishes are put away after supper. All the clothes are washed. folded, and put away. Pro tip. Pro tip, have people over once a week. That's such a great impetus for a quick, deep clean of everything. Our house was a disaster a little while ago. So my wife and I were cleaning and made our 3-year-old clean with us. She said, "Why are we clean? Nobody's coming over." That's when we knew we had a cleaning problem this year. Rough. I do little bits of cleaning every day, usually while waiting for water to boil or ovens to heat up. My wife and I do the same. Even when I'm cooking, I'm cleaning as I go. Every little effort adds up. Every time I stand my lazy stoner ass up, I try to clean a little something. Even if it's the mess I just created whilst intoxicated. Put things away immediately. Don't let them pile up. Clean a little every day and once a week. Do big things. Biggest really is just organizing so everything has a place, then make sure to put it back when done. Clutter creeps up, so a little is easier to take care of than tackling a big mess. Also, don't need 1,000 different cleaning products. Vinegar, water, lemon juice, Dawn pretty much can tackle anything. Borax is also great for cleaning, and if you have hard water, add some to washer to boost cleaning. The most important is put things in their spot immediately when you're done using thier. If you start a pile on the floor, you've already lost the battle. Clean laundry gets done now, before anything else. If you haven't used an item in a year, you probably don't need it, so maybe think about getting rid of it. I use the 6 months rule. If I haven't used or touched it in 6 months, sell, donate or toss. Not 100%, since some things are just not used often but still needed, but generally that's my rule. I agree with immediately. If it sits too long, other things suddenly accumulate around it like breeding clutter. In my apartment, before bed I just make the rounds, check each room and put whatever needs to be put away, wipe down, sweep, whatever. If you do this every day, most days you'll just be straightening a crooked frame or something as minuscule as that, and that's it. I do this too, although on a smaller scale. I call it my nightly shutdown. Close windows, fold blankets, fluff couch pillows, put stuff back in its place. My purse and clothes for the next day in an accessible spot. It makes future me much happier, therefore it's easier to get it done ahead of time. I try to do everything with future me in mind. I love that someone understands. Grab something anytime you go somewhere. Going to the kitchen. Bring that plate or cup or trash that's nearby. Going to the bedroom. Take that pile of socks under the table. Going out, you could probably grab that full trash bag on your way. Wash dishes immediately. It takes less than 5 minutes to clean the plates, cups, and silverware from a meal. It takes a lot longer than that if you wait for all of the food to harden and stick to everything. Corollary: maintain a dirty dishwasher and empty it immediately after cleaning. Keeping your dishwasher full of clean shit means the dirty shit can't go out of sight. And running the dishwasher becomes a chore instead of a button press. Edit. And the most important rule of all, do as I say, not as I do. Finding a good dishwasher routine is impiety. I personally run my dishwasher every night if it's over half full, so I can empty in the morning and have a place to put dishes. I always rinse completely if I do have to leave some dishes on the counter. Currently single parenting 2 young kids while hubby is deployed, so it's a struggle, but I am proud that I keep the counters and table clean. Laundry stays in baskets mostly, and I pick clothes out till I have a day to fold. Even when I'm feeling lazy and tired, I make myself tidy after the kids go to bed so I don't wake up to a mess, which starts the day off on the wrong foot for me. And GT, so I don't wake up to a mess, which starts the day off on the wrong foot for me. Precise. I tell myself, no, I don't want to do it now, but I really won't want to do it tomorrow, and that works wonders for motivation. Don't let things pile up. Declutter and don't be a pack rat. Put things back in their place when you're done with thier. If you don't have a place for it, you don't need it. The pack rat thing is tough, especially since my wife is one too and will freak out when I try to get rid of stuff. If you haven't touched it in a year, throw it out, sell it, donate it to charity. You're not gonna use it. Holding on to junk for sentimental reasons is useless too. Things are just that, things. The memories attached to the things are more valuable than the things themselves. The things take up space, memories don't. Get a robot vacuum, monsieur. I was a slob until I got one and it turned me into a much tidier person. You can't let clutter build up or leave cables everywhere anymore. And it makes me want to clean more often so that the rest of the house looks as good as the floor. That and getting rid of about 50% of what I owned when I moved. I still have a lot of useless objects, but only enough to fit on a few bookcases. The rest is in storage. Lol, yeah, a robot vacuum will force you to keep your floors clutter-free if you actually want to benefit from it.